Hi, this is Vijay Bambani and I'm recording this video still from my residence. This video is for all you viewers who've been specifically requesting me to do a video on silver. I've done ample amounts of videos on gold, so one more on silver is of course warranted. Now, some of my earlier videos have been generic about why silver should also be included into your portfolio from the diversification point of view, and how I am bullish on silver, how the photovoltaic cells or the alternate renewable energy, which is solar power, will result in a demand hike for silver. But this video is a lot more specific. This is about Corona. This is about how the global pandemic is likely to result in a windfall for the average silver bull. Now, we have actually no control over what Corona is going to do to us. But there will obviously be fallouts, both positive and the negative. The negative one is that it's going to possibly take away a whole lot of human lives. That's extremely terrifying, and one feels sorry for the departed. But for the people who are left behind alive, they must put food on the table for their family. And for them, earning profits is a must. So this video is about making the best out of adversity and not only protecting your capital, but also appreciating it. I'm going to give you some facts and figures, and I'm going to try unashamedly to try and convince you that silver is a good bankable bet. Here it goes. So I have a list of the top 10 producers of silver. Give me a minute or two and I'll come to why I'm giving you this list. So number 10 is the USA with 980 metric ton. These figures are as of calendar year 2019. So the USA comes in number 10 at 980 metric tons. Argentina, number 9 at 1200 metric tons. Bolivia, number 8, 1200 metric tons. Chile, number 7, 1370 metric tons. Australia, 1400 metric tons, number 6. And number 5, Poland, 1700 metric tons. Number 4, Russia, 2100 metric tons. Number 3, China, 3600 metric tons. Number 2, Peru, 3800 metric tons. And number 1, Mexico, 6300 metric tons. You know what? Mexico single-handedly produces 23% of the world's silver. Does this not explain to you why the Mexicans have been turning up their nose at the OPEC Plus meetings, stubbornly refusing to cut their output of crude oil because they have so much of silver to sell that they actually need not have a fund crunch? But that's not only why I have recorded this video. Now, if you noted these 10 countries, you would have instantly realized that 5 of these countries fall in Latin America. And if you've been following me on my social media pages, on Twitter, Facebook, or whatever, I keep updating why I'm so uptight about Latin America, or LATAM as it's called, Middle East and North Africa, or MENA markets, Asia Pacific, or APAC, and Southeast Asia. Now, what is so typical about the Latin American countries is that they are resource rich. All right, they produce a lot of natural resources, especially commodities, and they derive a whole lot of income from exporting these commodities. And on the other hand, they have taken a huge amount of money from the international lending agencies and therefore have a good amount of overseas debt as a component of their entire GDP. Now, if at all they are to provide a stimulus to their corona-infested economies and at the same time service their external debt without having to have a sovereign downgrade, they must sell their natural resources, metals, etc. And in this case, silver at a higher price. Can they actually come together and jack up the price of silver? Remember, out of these Latin American countries, Mexico alone is 23%, a whopping 23% of the global supply of silver. People of my generation will remember Amitabh Bachchan's super hit movie called Kala Patthar. It was about coal mines. The abject poverty, the abject hardships faced by the miners who risked their lives going down into those mines and digging coal for us. What you would guess from that movie is that the risks that you face above the ground are multiplied, amplified, and magnified under the ground in those mines. Remember, no fresh air. The earth can cave in. You could have floodings, etc., etc., which basically tells you that it's a very hostile environment. And it is justifiably so. Which is why the governments worldwide, during their decisions to lock down non-essential services, have immediately shut down all mining activity. And silver is not just an industrial metal. It's also a precious metal, come industrial metal. So ironically, the problem is that when the shutdown occurred, 1,600 silver mines across 32 COVID-affected countries were shut down, all of which are not yet coming back on par. In comparison with silver, a whole lot of other metals who were being produced in other mines were not so severely locked down. Therefore, we have a kind of a shortage of silver where the output is concerned. And in my earlier video, I have recorded how fund houses, institutions, governments, etc. would be the primary buyers of bullion to shore up their currencies and basically to avoid sovereign downgrades. So on one hand, you have a demand spike. On the other hand, you have mines that are shut down. So coupled with the corona mine shutdown and demand from both the retail investor who is basically looking out for a store of value and source of appreciation, I do feel that silver has an above average probability of providing solid returns over the next 3 to 5 year period. When do I see silver starting an accelerated up move? My guess is I would require a closing above a round figure of 50,000 or maybe 50,500 on the MCX before taking a call. This is not a blanket buy recommendation. I will still need confirmation from a few other data sources. But primarily, yeah, I mean, the price, of course, is everything in the market. As it is said, Bhav Bhagwan hai. The price is God. So the first and primary trigger that would kind of raise my antenna would be silver staying above the 50,000 or 50,500 mark and not coming down. I'll keep you updated in following videos as and when that event occurs. On this bullish note, on this optimistic note, I'll bid adieu to you in this video till we meet again in my next. But before I sign off, please let me remind you to click like on this video if you're watching it on YouTube. In the comment section, do let me know what you think about this video and what else you would want me to record in my forthcoming videos. Also, don't forget to refer your family and friends to watch these videos and help me spread the cult of knowledge-based investments. Vijay Bambani signing off for now. Please take very good care of yourself, your trades, your investments, and your family. Thank you for watching.
Also,
Do not forget to subscribe to my free email newsletter, Fast Profits Daily, and get my free guide, How to Trade Markets Like a Pro.